Mental health includes our emotional, psychological, and social well-being. It affects how we think, feel, and act. It also determines how we handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. Mental health is important at every stage of life, from childhood and adolescence through adulthood. Hi, I'm Shawty Scott, and I want you to join me Friday, July 1st, 6 p.m. for the M3 Awareness Gala, brought to you by Marsha's Mental Movement. This will take place at the Majesty Event Center, located at 900 West Bow Street in Tyler, Texas. Attire for the event is all black formal, and you can purchase your tickets now on eventbrite.com by searching M3 All Black Gala. That's the M3 Awareness Gala, Friday, July 1st at 6 p.m. at the Majesty Event Center in Tyler, Texas.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
What up, people? We are back. It's your boy Rodney Perry. You're tuning in to Rodney Perry Live. Shouts out to Mike, Sean, and the Takeover Legends. I popped in on their show last 15 minutes or so. Had a rousing conversation. Nikki, white chocolate, trying to get a meal. We will expound on that over here for a little while. Roy G is in the place to be. Hey, man, I love the intro too, Roy. LeBaron is in the building. Good morning. Having to catch the show on replay. And we're going to start rerunning the show same day in the afternoon. But with that, let me bring in my co-host for today. I love these ladies. This first lady is a supporter of the show. Whether she's on or in the peanut gallery, she's always having fun with us. Michelle C is in the building. Candy Kitchens TV. What's up, Michelle?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, y'all. Michelle, first of all, let's figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
How's your hair always incredible?
See, it's this nightstand that I just take it off of and just put it back on.
Are you serious?
I have hair, but I just don't like combing it. So, you know.
Let me tell you something. You got Rodney Perry fooled.
Well, my hair is actually this color and this length. I just don't like combing it.
Goodness gracious. Flow So Amazing is in the building. Thank you for popping in, sis. Up next, my other co-host today. When I tell you this lady makes me laugh, she came into the broadcast this morning with a wife beater on, and I really felt like she had put hands on somebody. Tommy Girl is in the building. But everybody stop right there. Nobody move. Because Gina G, too damn funny, is in the building. What's up, Gina G?
Good morning, Rodney Perry. Yeah.
I love the sweats. Hey, beautiful people. What is that part of your brand?
That is one of my brands. Hey, beautiful people. I say it all the time. So I said, maybe I can get a couple dollars off of it.
Come on now. Joining us. You hear us talk about Media Room 360 all the time, but we don't go without it. Welcome to the show, Miss Shani Scott on air.
Good morning.
Y'all pulled me into the bullshit this morning. I usually just stay on the sideline and watch y'all argue. But I'm like, come on, guys. Come on. So we're going to get into that in a little while. First, ladies, how are you, man? How was your night?
Sleepy.
Sleepy.
Man, listen.
Both Michelle C and I went out, did the open mic at Cat's Cafe last night here in Atlanta. A very funny set. Michelle C turned in. But after the show, we ended up shooting some sketches and came up with some funny stuff. So you didn't get no rest?
A little bit, just a little bit.
That's life of a comic, girl. That's life of a new comic, open mic night, hanging out, late little Waffle House, little crystals. You know what I'm saying? That's just
No, like I didn't know it was like this. I need a nap.
I get my nap at 11. I go into a coma at 11.
Oh my God.
How was your night last night?
My night was cool, man. I chilled out. I cooked. I baked some little chicken. You know what I'm saying? A little rice and broccoli. You know.
Did you have a gravy with that, or you just go baked?
Yeah, I didn't have a gravy. I just went baked. I just did 350, no cover. You know what I'm saying? Let it get a little crisp top. You know what I'm saying? With the rice and the rice cooker with the broccoli. It was good. So I just chilled last night, man.
You know what? I cook everything on 350. I don't even know no other temperature. I'm cooking everything on 350.
350.
My daughter came in like, we need to put that on 400. I said, put it on 350.
That's the
Like,
standard.
I know my oven gonna get it done at 350.
Right. 400 is aggressive. Like 400 seems like it's just
400 say you trying to burn the house down.
you're trying to do a little bit more than what you're supposed to be doing right now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Cooking it too
Johnny
fast.
Scott, you got them lovely girls over there. What you do last night?
Yesterday they did their little popcorn pop-up. So I was proud of them. They had their little uniforms on and they did it by themselves. So
Get out of here. So what's the popcorn pop-up? That sounds dope as hell.
they have a little, I got them a popcorn machine, a popcorn popper thing, because they want their own money and they need their own money to buy their stuff because they have to pay rent and all that here. And they have different flavors, so they make the popcorns different little flavors.
You make the babies play rent?
Yeah. They have responsibility. So rent is like, I want to say they rent might be $7.
Okay. They got to come with no 200.
Yeah. So popcorn pop up, but it's not as fancy as yours, man. We ain't nowhere on that level. In the building, they let the kid, anybody can actually do a pop up in the building, and so the girls, everybody love them in the building. So when they do it, they buy it from them, or either they just give them a donation. So they want to get fired, and then we had to go to Walmart so they could go shopping. And they was in Walmart. I was like, oh my God. But I also picked up another Walmart yesterday. On my way to Walmart, I got a call saying I got another Walmart contract. So
with the point of sale thing.
Putting the speakers in. This one is to put the speakers in.
Oh, yeah. Get out of here. That's big, Shani. So what's stopping it from going Walmart wide?
Well, I can't handle all of that because I don't actually get up there and I don't want to you got to get up on a lift and all this, and I don't want to do all of it. Can I do it? Yes. But again, I'm only one person.
Not by yourself. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you got to find texts in other cities and stuff. And when I reach out to people, they really don't be about that life.
Get out of here.
It pays good. Like I pay like $1,000 a week if you
Would you take something like this on Shark Tank and maybe, get some money to expand?
I never thought about that. I would need somebody to kind of help me with that because I think people think that I have it all together just because I have it, and I don't. Like I'm still learning a lot of stuff along the way, and I don't have a problem saying that. So if somebody listening and you can coach me, Shawnee Scott on air, just hit me up. Yeah.
Hey, you know what? That would be a good segment for us too, like a version of Shark Tank for really, really small businesses.
Mm-hmm. Yes. You gotta have Mr. Wonderful because he'll crush you like the cockroach you are if you do not have a good idea.
Yes.
He's like, you're dead to me. You're dead. Why?
And Mark Cuban right down the street, so we just need him to come on over to the studio and sit down.
Mark Cuban down the street.
Yeah, Shani in Dallas. She right there in Dallas.
Well, I'm coming over anyway. I mean, her rent only $7, so I'm coming. Get your $7. I'm gonna give you your $7.
Like they bills come to like $19 a month, but I put it in their savings.
Oh,
Wow, that's dope.
that's dope.
It's a trip I was thinking about just that this morning. So my 21-year-old started a job today.
Wow. Go
And I'm just a dad, man. I'm just so like, I don't, your kids got to go off into the world, but you're like, yo, you a security guard. What is, every movie I ever watched, security guard get killed in the first scene.
Oh wow, that's
They was chilling in a little shack.
They didn't get killed on Friday. They was running, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? Thank you, Gina. They did make it through the movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
I needed that because I didn't see the people taking. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So my other daughter is working. She's 19. She's doing daycare. She works at a daycare facility.
Okay.
That's what you need to be scared of. Them kids is crazy as hell.
Why you playing? And so it's just me and Roxy here. My wife is going out. Everybody leave in the morning except me. I'll be laying in the bed, sleep going. It's bad.
I'll be like, maybe I should get up. Nah.
I miss them all being here too, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's either here nor there. Let me ask y'all this: have anybody saw the Martin reunion?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Where is it?
Is it HBO? I'm trying to think.
BET Plus. You got to download BET Plus.
Right. Yeah, that's where it was at.
Really,
yeah.
I miss my friend Tommy Ford. Man, he would tell me all those stories back in the day. So, what's your take on it, Gina? What was your take? What did you walk away from the Martin reunion? Martin seems a little slow to me.
Listen, I am a huge Martin TV show fan and a huge Mark Lawrence comedian fan, right? Okay. And that reunion, it could have been better, for one. Martin did seem a little slow, for two. But Tisha's goddamn bodysuit, catsuit situation with the spank underneath it, that's where I draw the line. Now, what we not going to do, Gina, is come here with a spank on and a bodysuit. She couldn't even breathe. She couldn't even wait to sit down. I'm talking about, if you look at it, you're going to see her say, I'm not going to sit down. Because them dogs was barking. She couldn't breathe. So although that hurt my heart, the Tommy tribute was really, really good. I forgot the gospel singer who sang, but she had me crying. She had me crying. I was crying. I was crying. So, but it could have been more Martin-y. I don't know how to explain it, but hey, it's been 30 years.
I think it's the fact that he slowed down a bit. That it's hard for him to be Martin.
Yes.
The Martin we all know and love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And he was slow. I don't know. I hope he all right. You know what I'm saying? He could be.
I think he's getting better. Okay. I think, and I don't know this, but I think Martin had a stroke. As a stroke survivor myself, he has the signs of a person that went through some sort of brain trauma, and it takes years for it to heal. So I think he's healing from it. But wow, I'm not about to do this with you.
I was like, but Tisha kept interrupting folks talking, and Jesus. But Cole looked good though.
Cole looks great.
Yeah, Cole looked good. Cole could have done something.
Tommy told me a story. So
I always look good.
Tommy told me a story. Tommy said that,
listen, when Cole would come do the circus here, the Universal Circus, me and my daughters got a picture with him. People say, y'all look like a nice family. But he has a family. He has a family. So no.
He has a couple of families. He raised Bobby Brown kids.
Well, Bobby couldn't do it at the time. So yeah.
You know what? So Tommy told me a story that at one point, so Martin, Urkel had blew up. And he said Martin would come on the set, and when dudes would do really good, Martin like, look, ain't gonna be no Urkels in this month. And that was aimed a lot of times at Cole, because Cole was so funny that it was a threat to Martin sometimes.
He's a very talented actor. They were saying on the reunion that he's been acting since a little boy, and of course they showed clips and stuff, but they've all known each other. I think it's Cole, Tashina, and Tisha since they were like 12 years old. That's what they said. So
They're all children, yeah.
It was pretty dope to see Cole get his little shine. You know, he was always the clown. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a good dude too. He lives here in Atlanta. His mom is wonderful. Michelle C., what was your take on the whole Martin thing?
I liked it, but when I see reunions, I want to see like a show. Like, you know how they do like a reboot or whatever. So I wanted to see like a little segue of like something that happened after, and then go into like the talks about, you know, what we did in the past or whatever. Just something like, just give us a little bit of Martin and then go into the reunion. But overall, I thought it was pretty dope.
Okay. Did you see it, Shani Scott?
I haven't watched it, and mainly because it's on BET Plus, and I haven't taken the time to.
I'm like LeBaron. I'm sick of getting the network every time something new come out.
Yeah, and it's $3.99, and it's $3.99. Just so you know, so be ready.
Well, give me that hookup because mine was $9.99.
Oh,
shoot!
Oh, wait a minute.
Well, you are in Atlanta. You know, Atlanta's BET is different. Atlanta.
That is a fact.
Okay.
The BET is definitely different.
Well, I need a passcode. Just give me the passcode. I thought.
Yeah, send me your credentials.
Brittany Griner. I don't know if y'all seen this. Brittany Griner is set for a trial. Dude, look at this. This is crazy to me. It looks like she's going to trial on Friday. She could face years in prison.
Oh my God.
In Russia. And this is so sad. I mean, Shannon, you brought up a great point. Like, if the WNBA was taking care of her, she wouldn't have had to go overseas to even make ends meet.
Okay.
Right. Because she's contributed so much from Baylor to, this is a girl that I followed, you know, from Baylor all the way to her NBA career. It doesn't make sense for them to even have to go over there and do that. Our NBA players don't have to do that.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I agree with you. Like you said, maybe the NBA could subsidize the league where the ladies don't have to go overseas and play. But you got to know better than flying around the world with those cartridges, man. They tell you. They tell you, hey, don't bring this.
Well, I'm lost. Who the hell is Brittany Griner?
Brittany Griner is a WNBA superstar. She was coming back. So what happens with the WNBA, Michelle C., is they play over here for 5 months, right? Mm-hmm. Then the rest of the year they go play around the world just to make money. Right? Play basketball, do what they love to do. And so Brittany Griner, when coming back, getting ready for this season, she returned on the plane with Barry Brewer's in here. With the plane with the cartridges of marijuana.
Oh.
And
pen.
She's been incarcerated over there
for a vape gun.
What, 3 months?
Yeah, she's been over there for a couple months. Yeah.
And so the latest last week or so was her anniversary, and they promised her that she would be able to communicate with her wife, and she wasn't able to do that either. So it's really tough, man.
They're gonna make an example. I feel like they're really trying to make an example out of her. Seriously, because first, how much did she have? Y'all, was it like a bag full of cartridges, or was it one?
I don't think so. It was like personal consumption. It wasn't like she was trafficking
to sell, right? So this shouldn't even really be. This should be a trial and time served. Now get the hell on. I don't understand how she's facing years for a dang on pen.
I think they're using her to get somebody released, like some political, person that we have.
Yeah. Well, she in Russia. So it's a lot going on in Russia right now.
If it was Tom Brady, he'd be home. I'm just saying.
Tom Brady would have never done it.
With his pen.
He would have been home.
Tom Brady would have smoked his pen on the way home.
And that's what he should have did.
With his ring on his finger.
This is Brittany Griner. She's probably the only. I think she's had a distinction of being the only woman to dunk during a WNBA game.
No, she's not the only one because Lisa Leslie did it first.
Did she?
Okay.
Yeah, Lisa
Okay.
Leslie did it first.
She ain't no Lisa Leslie around the face area. I know that.
She's pretty. I think they're
Who
both.
said that? Who said that? Who said that?
Lisa and her are both pretty. She's a pretty girl. She's a pretty girl.
Johnny Scott.
What?
She's not pretty.
Who? Brittany?
Brittany.
She is a beautiful girl in person. She just be looking rough sometimes, but she's a
That photo you got up there, that's not a cute picture.
That's a pretty girl.
She just be looking rough sometimes.
Maybe she okay, let me take that back.
Yeah.
She's not pretty, but she damn sure handsome.
I think she's a pretty girl.
You don't think she's a pretty girl, Shotty Scott?
I do think
handsome.
she's a pretty girl.
You know who's a pretty girl? Michelle C. You know who's a pretty girl? Shiny Scott. You know who's a pretty girl? Got doggone Gina G. That girl is not. She got cute dimples.
She just her hair a little fuzzy because she just
Rough. She just a little rough around. Let me see again.
I mean, she needed a little edge control, you know, and then
Yeah. Retwist, a little something like that. But she
If she has some baby hairs, maybe.
she got some that just, not together.
I'm not about to
so
do this with
sweet.
you.
They just not together. That's
Yeah.
All right. 20 minutes after the hour already. Goodness gracious. I do not want to get into this heavy subject, but let's go.
what?
Janet Scott, pull up the videos of this thing.
Okay, I got part 2 and part 3. Y'all gonna get the gist of it. So
Okay.
here we go.
Here we go, ladies.
Trying to help out though? You're not helping out.
I'm not trying to help. I'm trying to help my son.
But how are you helping your son when you're only getting food for just him and not the other kids, his siblings?
You had
Them are his siblings
You
though.
had
He not finna eat in front of all his other siblings and they're not eating on McDonald's.
Bring
No,
him out-
why do I gotta
Bring him out to the car. I'll let him eat.
No. He's not finna eat that shit at all if you can't bring enough for everybody.
Lisa, so you telling me that I gotta bring? So when I bring my son food, I gotta bring your kids food too now?
Yes.
You sound f***ing dumb.
How is that shit dumb? You
That's
sound
my-
dumb.
I
You
have-
sound
Where
dumb.
are they daddies at? Nobody told you to talk to them other. You had them other kids. They were your responsibility. They're not my responsibility.
Okay, but if you're gonna bring one, you need to bring it for all.
Lisa,
How do that shit look that I'm letting one child eat McDonald's and all the rest of the kids can't eat no fucking McDonald's?
So
You know I
want
get
to
food
take care
stamps
of
on the
4
11th.
That ain't 3 kids that ain't mine. 3 kids that ain't mine. What
Yeah.
Wow. Here's the question. Who's right? Who's wrong? If anybody, what's your take, Michelle?
I am riding with the homie on this one.
Okay.
I'm gonna be real. She's clearly from the conversation, they not together no more. So his responsibility is not her and her 15 disciples. It's her and the dang on one child that he had with her. So at the end of the day, it's just like, you can't have me responsible for all your family, and I'm only responsible for one little child. Why are you making that on me? And why he can't eat in the car with homie? He was like, just bring the dude out to the car. We can eat in the car. Said, nah, can't nobody else eat. And my question is this. Ain't nobody ate that day? She talking about I don't get my food stamps to the 7th or whatever. Okay, so ain't nobody ate that day till homie brought the McDonald's. Is that the problem? And I'm like, why you ain't feeding the rest of these babies? You need to meal prep. You need to do something to get your family together before you blame this one man for your 15 disciples. That's just me.
Now, who are these 15 people?
15 disciples.
She got a group of kids. She got a whole group of kids.
The whole grip.
So,
Gina G. I think it's always the man's responsibility if he can to help take care of the children. But some people say I'm wrong. What do you think?
Well, Rodney, as a baby mother,
Okay.
speaking from experience, no, I only got one kid, so I don't have this problem. Okay, but that man wasn't wrong. Okay, he wasn't wrong. Listen. First of all, we don't know the man may ain't had no money. The man might have only had $6.50, and he said, "I'm going to spend my money." Huh?
How much he had?
He had $6.50, right? So he probably only had enough for his child. We don't know that. But to me, how she came at him and started, to me, was just completely wrong. Like, for you to record the man and put him on, he didn't even know what the heck was happening. He had the bag rolled up tight with the soda. He looking like, what's going on? But as a kind person, it would be nice if he would have brought the other children maybe some fries, a nugget, you know what I'm saying, maybe a little hamburger. But it's not his responsibility. But it would have been nice for him to be a nice guy. But you can't put somebody on blast and you over here with 4 kids, don't get your stamps to the 11. Obviously, she working somewhere where she can go outside because that don't look like no apartment building. So you at work. So y'all ain't got no snacks, no chips, no nothing in the back. I'm just saying, Rodney. The whole situation is bad. Like LeBron said, I really think the whole thing was just messed up. But he looked like he was taking care of his kids. At the end of the day, he was taking care of his responsibility.
He's doing his
part. He could have been a nice guy, though. He could have been a solid dude and brought a couple little, little chip.
I think that's where I'm at on the thing. I'm a nice guy,
right?
My son's sibling loved Rodney Perry because I would do stuff like that. Now, if I couldn't, I wasn't never unable to grab my son and be like, "We about to go."
Right.
I didn't have to make no announcements. Like I don't get that part. That's where they lose me in this whole situation.
Okay.
Excuse me, Kenny Scott. What's your thoughts?
I think he should have brought food for all of them because we talking about kids, not her. He's not feeding her. We talking about kids. My issue with the whole, well, bring him out to the car. To me, well, the other kids see you here with the food and now they're sibling leaving. So I'm like LeBaron, then just say, call and say, hey, I'm gonna come pick little man up today. You ain't got to tell her everything. I'm pick little man up. I want to do some stuff with him because to me, the way she's going off, I'm thinking that she probably said, hey, can you bring food for all of them? Because I don't have money. Because she said, I'm getting my stamps to whenever.
But she I mean, we don't know that. She didn't say that, right?
She didn't say that, but I would have got, like I said before, if it was my ex-husband and he had our daughters and his sons are grown, but if let's say they were all little and he called me and he said, look, Carly and Tamara need to eat, but can you bring something for Carl and Darius too? I'm gonna bring all of them food.
We don't know if she asked, because did she really ask? And then he just showed up with his own child food. It looked like he just thought he was coming to bring food for his son. I don't know if he even knew the way he popped up surprised. I don't know.
I saw the video in its entirety, and she said he do this all the time. So that means, okay, he clearly comes to only take care of his child. So now she would, I'm gonna catch you in the act and say,
okay.
Food for the family, whatever the case may be. But it ain't his family; it's your family. So why are you mad at him?
I agree with
LeBaron says it actually is his responsibility as a man to know that bringing something to one child will cause problems of jealousy with siblings. Man,
but that ain't my problem.
I mean, that's the way I was looking at it too. But talking to Mike Sean, I try to always be open-minded and not completely ignore the other side of it. And so as I'm unpacking the other side of it, he doesn't have to, but just on some man shit, you just do. That's just some shit you just do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but what their relationship like? Maybe it don't sound like they have the best relationship as a, you know what I'm saying, as a baby daddy.
And I will say this. Jay Black is in the comments. Rodney said the dad was a horrible person. And I believe that. I'll stand by that. I'm gonna say he's a horrible person because on some man shit, that's what you do.
But he didn't marry her, so why he got?
Man,
if he signed up for that, I married you. That means I married you in your package deal. Mm-hmm. If I'm not messing with you like that, I'm only responsible for your that one child we created. She even said in the video, she was like, "You know what you signed up for?" He was like, "No, I didn't." That could have been a one-night stand. The way he was talking to her. That could have been.
Obviously, it's the oldest kid. Obviously, it's the first kid because the way it sounds is like them kids came after me. It wasn't like it don't sound like he met her with 2 kids and then they had a kid. Then I could see him buying food for those 2 because he knew those 2 children. You know what I'm saying? And then he had a kid. But if he had the first kid and then them other children came after him, girl,
you forcing your son to be the man. Because your son is gonna be like, my daddy got us some food, guys, and he gonna give his siblings part of their food anyway.
Right. Hopefully he would do that. But you don't know, Rodney. Some people's daddy picked them up on Saturday, and the other kids' daddy, they be sitting on the porch till Monday. Whose fault is that?
I think that I got the understanding that his son,
but what about the rest of them daddies that ain't there for them kids?
I got the understanding that his baby was the baby because when she said you knew what you signed up for. Like she had these 3 other kids.
No, I'm like, Gina,
I
thought her baby was the oldest.
It really don't matter to me what the adults got going on. It's about the kids. It's some kids that's hungry. Okay, I don't like you, but these kids hungry. So
that's a human thing to do.
Yeah, I agree. All right, guys. My name is Rodney Perry. You tune in to Rodney Perry Live. Yo, good parents or not, we take care of the babies. Period. Let's do this. Let's take a break. We come back. We get to talk to Team Mo Fitness. Well, y'all better. I already know Gina ready, but me and Michelle, we gonna go off and take a break. We'll be right back.
I got an update too.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
My next guest says, no matter what size you are, there's a way to conduct yourself. You got to eat right, you got to exercise, and you too can be the best version of yourself. Welcome to the show. Team Mo Fitness is in the building. What's up, dog?
What's going on, Rodney? How you feel today?
Man, always a pleasure, man. You know, it's crazy to process like your words, man. I saw your TikTok the other day and your Instagram, and you was breaking it down to different body types and stuff. Give us that, man. Like, depending on your body type, you have to work out maybe a little different.
A little bit differently. I'm a believer that if you are an obese person, you can't go into the gym trying to lift every weight in the gym, trying to lift super heavy. I advise people to start, walking, like I said, getting those steps in first, getting that nutrition down first, and then start gradually progressing into getting into those weights. So that's how I would approach it. But somebody that's like, small, they trying to get a little bit bigger, go and attack those weights. You know what I mean? Get that heaviness in there.
I mean, that's interesting because I would imagine, I know I've turned myself away from the gym by going in and going too hard first day, being sore, and be like, yo, man, I'm not ever going back to that.
Exactly. Yeah.
So are men more likely to make that mistake than women?
Yeah, because a lot of times us guys, we like to lift with our ego, man. We looking at the next guy on the other bench, looking at what he lifting, and we're like, you know what? I got to get my game up. You know what I'm saying? So that ego lifting, that's just going to leave you hurt, and you're going to be out the game.
Yo, man, Team Mo Fitness, man. I love what you're doing. We had a fitness lady on yesterday as well. Talk to me about our ladies, the women out there, man, and finding their sweet spot. Like, how does a woman change her mind in order to change her body?
Well, I always ask them, what is your why? What is the why reason? Why must you get to this body that you have in your mind? And keep that very prevalent. Mostly it's because it's a pain that they're running away from. They may feel uncomfortable in their clothes. They may not, want to get back to their heyday and how they was looking back in the day. They just don't feel as confident. So I keep reminding them of their why as we going along the journey, because they're going to get a little discouraged. Anybody get a little discouraged. You're doing all this work. You're not seeing the progress. as fast. So I just keep bringing that pain point up and reminding them of that, and that's how they keep continuing on and going on.
Wow, let's bring in my co-host for the day, Miss Gina G. Too funny. Michelle C is in the building. Shiny Shot on air.
Good morning, ladies.
We got a room full of women, dog.
I see.
First of all, how did you get in this space, man? Because it has to be something special in you to even want to help people this way.
Well, I've always been athletic all my life. I started off by playing football, basketball, and then when I got out of high school, I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I was already working out, so it was just a gradual progression into the gym. So I've been doing this since 2006, and it doesn't even feel like a job because this is what I love.
Wow. Ladies, any questions that as you attack your own fitness? I know Gina is almost a guru herself.
Oh yeah.
All of them. But I do have a question. Do you tell your female clients about detoxes? Because let me tell you something. That's huge, right? Okay, so detoxing is like before you start working out, detox. You know, but do you feel that is the most important way to start, or is it nutrition, or you got to get all that out before you get it in? Tell me, what's it?
Well, every case is different. If somebody's been unhealthy, if they're having like issues with their health, like high blood pressure, any kind of thing like that, then I would highly suggest them to detox, consult with their doctor as well. But my type of detox is just basically detoxing off the processed foods and the sugars, and incorporating more of the greens and things like that. But for somebody who's pretty healthy, they don't have any kind of health issues, they could just start with a balanced diet, all your healthy protein, fats, and your carbs.
Hey, we're getting a little static on your line there, Mo.
Uh-oh. All right, am I back?
We can hear you. It's just static, like when you're
static on the line. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Let me keep
Don't
it
nobody
like
want to hear
this.
about the greens. Don't nobody want to hear about the greens.
That's what it was.
That's
why it went staticky, right?
But you know what, Gina? He sent me a detox. I did it, and I'm 8 pounds.
For real?
Really?
Okay. I'm down 8 pounds.
Yeah.
I got my green juice this morning. So yeah.
So what's the detox? What's in the detox, Mo?
Oh well, basically, I'm starting her off by doing intermittent fasting, where 8 hours out of the day, she's got a feeding time in order to do all like 3 to 4 plates of half vegetables. You got a protein and a carb, and with that protein and carb, you could pretty much, put some of the things that you like in there, and then you finish off the day with another green drink, a recipe that I gave, and then for the rest of the hours, you just drinking water or tea or decaffeinated tea. So,
are you a proponent of blending or juicing?
Blending, because the juicing, whenever you do the juicing, that you leave all the skin out of the equation, and that's where the nutrients is. You want to blend it all. Yeah, you want that skin and everything, but I highly advise you to soak your fruits in water, maybe a little vinegar water, a little apple cider vinegar, so you can get all that wax off the top of the fruit that they putting on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that's gangster. Go ahead, Gina.
Did you say? Let me run that back.
Yeah.
She's drinking juice, tea, and water for the rest of the day? You mean
no? No. She's eating in an 8-hour window, right? And throughout the day, 8 hours, but she breaks her fast with a green drink, and then she could have 2 to 4 meals, half vegetable on the plate, a protein and a carb that you like, and then finish the fast at the end of the 8 hours with another green shake.
Okay.
But yeah. Oh no, I'm not starving nobody out here.
I'm about to say, girl.
Yeah.
Intermittent fasting because I don't eat enough, so I just be sitting there like I might eat once a day and then drink some juice and call it a day. So.
But when you do eat once a day, what are you eating?
Trash, of course.
Yeah. No, because I'm glad you brought that up, because a lot of people, they like, damn, I don't understand why this weight's not going nowhere. I'm not eating anything, but it's what you are consuming, because mostly the processed food is very calorically dense. That's where all the calories in. So if you get like 3-4 cookies and then you eating, something else that you shouldn't be eating, you probably went up thousands of calories as opposed to getting you a salad, as opposed to getting you some fruit and things like that. So that's where the problem comes in.
Okay, Mo, intermittent fasting, man, because I'm really interested in this, and like I bought a program. I didn't really understand it though. So I'm eating. I'm asleep from, let's say, midnight to 6 a.m.
Okay.
Is that part of my time?
Yeah, that's part of your fasting time. Yeah, so you take that out of the 16 hours, because it's an 8-hour shift of eating, and 16 hours you're either sleeping or you're awake. But during those hours, your waking hours, you are going to be consuming the water or the decaf tea. And then when you get time to break your fast, when you go into that 8-hour shift, I highly suggest starting it off with a green vegetable shake with some fruit added.
Got it. And so I break my fast in the morning, in the afternoon, or the evening.
Well, it all depends on your schedule. Now, if you're getting up at 6 o'clock, you could break your fast at, I say, like 10 a.m., right? And then 8 hours past that is 6 p.m. And then you finish for that 6 p.m.
I'm finished eating for the day at 6. So it's relative to when you break your fast. So you break your fast at this time, 8 hours later, you got to shut it down.
Exactly. And I highly suggest keeping it consistent throughout the days. Don't have your schedule all off track.
Now some of my days is different. On a travel day, I might be up at 5. I might break my fast to noon.
Right. Well, in your case, if it has to be that way, if you have schedule constraints, then yeah, you can't do that. But if you ever just got your time off, try to keep it on a consistent basis.
Wow. I've been doing it, and I have saw a difference in my face, and speak to this, dog, because I think a lot of our women have issues. My wife and I, start working out together, and she's like, I don't like working out with you because your ass show results quicker.
Right.
Well, the reason men show results a lot quicker is because we have testosterone, and that means we can build muscle a little bit more quicker. And when you have muscle on your body, that causes your metabolism to speed up. So you'll be able to burn fat a little bit faster. The women are the bearer of the children, so they have to have the extra fat in order for them to do that.
I ain't got no kids. Where my extra fat come from?
Yeah. and that's just how. Yeah, it ain't fair, but that's how it is,
Wow. Old boy should have brought her a burger too. Old boy should have bought the mama some food. I'm just
starving.
And she was starving. That's really what it was, because she got the extra fat for the babies. I know
that's what it was.
Jenny Scott, what you said you had something for Mo?
Oh, that was it. I'm down. I'm down my little 8 pounds. I've been.
That's a lot.
Well,
yeah.
I have a little bit like, but I don't. It tastes like green apple. But I had a juice. It's a little girl in the building. I'd say little girl. She's like 13, 14, and she started a juicing company. So they're real big in the building on pushing the kids to do stuff. So I just buy my juice from her. She does green apple, kale, celery, and there's something else, and I think spinach.
That's so good.
That's good. And then what were you eating? Well, let me ask you, Shani, did you feel deprived when you were doing your 8 hours of eating? Did you still kind of eat like some of the things you like to? Because that's what I was kind of saying for you to do.
Well, yeah, I made my chicken. I did chicken thighs, mushrooms, and rice.
Yeah, no.
Not a lot of rice. It's not a lot of rice. And then I did have a Slurpee like 3 times in the week.
Yeah, but
I
you still exactly. But see, with the detox, you wasn't going through deprivation, and that's how
Yeah, I was doing
that keeps you rolling. You know.
Hey Mo, talk to me about portion control, man. Cause like that's been helping me. I've been eating off smaller plates and not as much food. Talk to me about portion control, bro.
Well, basically, what you're doing is creating a calorie deficit. And all of these diets that you hear of, whether it's intermittent fasting, the keto, essentially at the base of the foundation of those diets is a calorie deficit. Now, a calorie deficit works like this. If it takes 2,000 calories for you to stay at the same amount of weight, all you're doing is essentially dropping it down a few calories, and you will lose weight. It doesn't even really matter what you eat as long as you are dropping the calories. But don't get me wrong, it matters what you eat nutritionally for your body. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because you want to stay on the healthier side of options so your body could work optimally. But even if you take your calories down by eating processed food, you will lose weight. You won't be the healthiest, but you'll lose weight. So that's what you're doing with those small plates.
Oh yeah, and I haven't even really worked out either. Only thing I've been doing is just taking the stairs. I live on the sixth floor.
And we got to get you on that Timo workout plan. We got to get you on that Kirby Fit plan, Johnny. So you just holler at me. You let me know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Mo, why you slip into your pimp mode when you talk about you?
Hey,
he said Kirby, he was serious.
It's in me. It's not on me, Rodney.
Okay, sugar free. Okay.
Hey, T-Man says, how does age play a role in building muscle and staying in shape? A lot of us are getting a little older, man, and knees and stuff is bothering them. So how do they stay engaged?
Yeah, man. As we age, the muscle development is compromised. You know what I'm saying? But that shouldn't deter you from working out. You still should get it in and do your resistance training. And I was doing a little research too. If you're lacking in vitamin D, especially with women, that plays a role in your muscle development too. So make sure you get your levels checked out there and make sure all your macro and micronutrients is up to par so you can build the muscle and keep getting those results.
I've been lacking in vitamin D for a long time and for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, it's vitamin D now. It's about vitamin D.
Hey, if you lose 20 pounds, you're gonna get some vitamin D.
Yeah.
I was like, vitamin D, that's easy. Okay.
My little nasty co-host, I love it.
Hey, it's so hard to get. What do you tell one of your clients when they don't work out a day and now they just feel like life is over, diet's over? I might as well just go on and just eat cookies and snacks today because I didn't messed up. Like, what advice do you give them to keep going, to keep them motivated every day?
Well, I'll tell them to don't self-sabotage themselves, and because sometimes we look for an excuse to go to those cookies and things like that just because we missed a day. You basically giving yourself a way out. So if you miss a day, it's cool because your body. One thing that a lot of people don't talk about in this fitness community is recovery. Because when you're in the gym and you're actually breaking down your body, you're putting your body under stress. So your body needs time to recover. So working out 6 days a week, 7 days a week and doing all of that, that's too much. And that's how you don't get results, because you didn't allow your body to rest and refeed with that nutrition and repair. So like I said, if you miss a day, don't worry about it. Just focus on the very next day.
Word. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Rodney Perry. You tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. We're talking to Mo, Team Mo Fitness, internationally acclaimed, locally accepted. He's been doing his thing and really helping a lot of people, man. Mo, as you keep building your program, man, how can the people that are watching this that might be at work, is there anything they can do while they sit at their desk?
Well, while you sitting at your desk, like I said, we did a little stretch yesterday. I mean, the last week I was on where you take your right ankle, you put it up by your knee, and you know, like when somebody's sitting down, they cross their leg. You know, you want to do that. You want to keep your hips loose. You know, okay, and by keeping those hips loose, that alleviates a lot of pressure in your back. Because, like I said, a lot of people during this pandemic, and now that we on Zoom and all these calls, are having a lot of sit downs, and you can do things to loosen up your hips as you're sitting down.
Michelle, can you grab your foot?
Yeah, can you do that, Michelle?
My ankle.
Yeah. I'm scared I'm gonna fall out this chair if I get back.
Or you can sit back in the chair and hold your knee up, hold the other knee up as well.
You're trying to kill me.
Yeah. Well, that's why you need to be doing this, so you can alleviate some of that pressure.
I do take a swim class to help with it, though.
I like that. I'm all
that's
about that.
Dope. What about yoga, man? Is yoga a good way to stretch?
Yeah, man. Yoga. I'm totally in agreement with yoga. And the reason why is because a lot of people lack flexibility. And I used to work at a convalescent home a long time ago, and I noticed there's a correlation between the elderly and being rigid and stiff. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yes, and if you ever look at a baby's body, when babies come out, they flexible. They could take their foot, put it in their mouth, put it behind their head, and all of that. And so there's a correlation between youth and flexibility and being rigid and stiff and elderly. So if you want to keep your body young, you better start stretching and get into that yoga.
Especially if you marry young, because you got to keep going. So you got to get that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you got to put that leg up.
Yeah, you got to put that leg behind the head.
I'm sorry, Rodney. He said like the baby. Okay.
I tried to get sleepy. I fell asleep. I gotta find.
Okay. Michelle, get up. This is great conversation.
I took a whole nap in that yoga class. I was snoring and everything.
You was snoring.
I was.
Yoga class.
But dude, you're helping us so much more, man. I cannot thank you enough for coming on the show. What's our marching orders going into next week?
What was that?
What's our marching orders going into next week?
Oh, next week, man, I need y'all to get more steps in, try to find ways. I just did a post on, if you're not able to make it to the gym, find ways to where you could create extra steps, like taking the stairs instead of the elevator. Start parking a little bit further away from the store and what you're going into. I know gas is high out there, so if you just got to go down to the corner store, walk yourself to the store. Don't get in the car, just drive 1 block away and get you some stuff, So anything you could do to stay in movement, that's what we doing this week.
Them stairs be tearing me up. Going down is easy, but when I got to come up 6 flights and it's like 3 I get to my be like,
my knees be like, go back and get in the car.
And don't be walking to no store in Atlanta. You better get in your car. You better get roll your windows up. You
I hate you.
Hey man, Mo, man, thank you for coming on, bro. I appreciate it, man. And
I appreciate it.
Dude, this is awesome. And you provide a service. How do people stay in touch with you, bro?
Oh, on any social media, especially Instagram and TikTok, go to @TeamMoFitness. If you're looking for a detox, or if you're looking for a program that's just for you, hit my link tree in the bio and set up a free consultation.
Wow, that's dope, dude. That is dope, and people need it. T-Man needed, Cynthia needed, Candace needed, and thank you for coming on the show each week, bro. We'll keep building this.
Appreciate that. Take care, y'all.
Team Mo Fitness in the building.
Type 2 diabetes can have a big impact on your life, but how can it be prevented? Well, the first step is knowing if you have prediabetes, a serious medical condition that puts you at high risk for type 2 diabetes. 1 in 3 American adults has prediabetes, but more than 80% don't know they have it. The good news is, prediabetes can be reversed, and for many people, healthy changes in their daily routine can make a big difference. Take the 1-minute risk test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Want your book or music to be published? Skip the confusion and rejections from others. Let bepublished.org publish and promote your work for less. Bepublished.org handles it all, from cover design to worldwide distribution, with high quality and fast turnaround. You even keep rights and royalties.
Everything was perfect. You made my dream come true. My book and CD look so good.
Call 972-880-8316 now. Bepublished.org. 972-880-8316.
We are back. My name is Rodney Perry. You tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. Hey, Channy Scott on air.
I am here. I'm getting
We got
Yes, we do.
We do. All right, joining us, my co-host for the day, Gina G. Too funny. Michelle C. in the place to be. Michelle C. First of all, I don't think I've told you this, but you are doing your thing out here in these comedy streets.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I've been watching.
I'm trying.
I see what you're doing. And how about this? Let's ask Uncle Rodney. We're gonna hear the story, and then we'll probably take a break and go back to the top of the hour.
Okay. Dear Uncle Rodney, I am a Black female living in Morningside in Atlanta and have a question. Am I wrong for only wanting non-Black friends? I was fortunate to go to private school from kindergarten to my senior year in high school, attended an Ivy League university, and work in a prestigious company in downtown Atlanta. My entire existence away from my family has primarily been around non-Black people. When I try to hang out with Black people, they are rude, loud, and accuse me of being too white. I love who I am, and I don't think I'm wrong for my position. How can I get people to understand I just really don't like Black people?
Wow. I think I can get to the bottom of this in 3 minutes. Gina G, you go right ahead. What's your thoughts?
First of all, the best way to get friends is stop calling them your Black friends and stop saying you don't want no Black friends. That might be the first step, and just call them friends. You know, might want to lay off the Black and white situation. But you know, I do understand, though, sweetheart. I do understand, but not all of us are loud and rude and ghetto. So what I would suggest her to do is go to places where, you know, we are there, not only, you know, and we have sense, because there's different places in Atlanta I know that you can go to where it's different caliber of Black friends. So I would suggest her to go somewhere, maybe Buckhead-ish, Alpharetta-ish, Kennesaw-ish, you know, and stop trying to go downtown. Then she'll be all right.
Wow. Michelle C., what's your thoughts?
She don't like niggas. She like Black people. She don't like niggas. That's the difference.
Whoa.
So that's what it is. Because I got friends that's like that. Like, I don't want a ratchet Black female. And I get it. You don't want someone that's ignorant and ghetto and whatever, what have you. But there's normal Black people that act just as classy as she is around her other friends, her whatever friends. So yeah, just stay away from niggas and you'll be all right.
You know what? White is right for a certain amount of our culture. White is right. And it's not that there's Blacks and there's niggas. The problem is you, ma'am. White is right in your head. So Black is never going to be right. It's never going to be right. As long as you live a certain way and Black is ratchet, Black is, look, let me tell you something. One of the great things about living in Atlanta is the connection to Black culture, the connection to the civil rights movement, the connection to Martin Luther King and Ralph Abernathy and all these men and women that shaped the movement. How dare you? How freaking dare you? So the initial question is what, Shani?
How can I get people to understand that I just really don't like Black people?
Don't worry about it. Stay over there. Stay over there. And we'll be here when you come back. My name is Rodney Perry. My name is Rodney Perry. You tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. We'll be right back. Oh my God.
Rodney Perry. Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.
We are back in full effect. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. I don't know if y'all saw this. Let's get my co-host up here. Media Room 360 is in the building. So Ray J.
Oh God. One note.
Oh my God! So Ray J had a crazy week last week.
Mm-hmm.
He did the verses, and he came up short of his own voice.
He did.
He was definitely Brandy's brother last week.
What?
To the baby's born. To the baby's born.
Oh my God. Then fast forward to the BET Awards Sunday night.
Mm-hmm.
Ray J is caught eating a cup of noodles.
Noodles be slapping though. Don't front.
But let me tell you something. This is why you gotta love Ray J. Ray J is now trying to get an endorsement deal with Cup of Noodles.
Hey.
Ray J is about that paper.
Okay. He richer than all of them. He richer than all of them that was on the stage. Okay, he might not sound good, but he got more money than Pleasure P and Mario and Omarion. And
why Pleasure P look like somebody's uncle?
Yeah,
I can't.
And he had that beat as a white beater on. I'm like, what does he got going on, sir?
He look like Uncle P, Uncle Paul.
Taking the shirt off. I don't know.
Gas station shirt. And he just put a little bedazzle in front of it.
Yeah.
I like what's the other gentleman that was in the verses? Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
Sammy. Mm-hmm.
I like Sammy.
Yes.
Why do you like Sammy so much?
Sammy is the first music I gave my kids.
Oh.
When I got them their little MP3 players,
I
put some Sammy on there. It was good, clean, wholesome music.
Like the way. Yeah, Sammy cute. He cute. You know what I'm saying? He cute. But Mario killed it. Mario
can sing.
Killed it. He can
Mario
sing.
flat out can sing. Like, like, don't get me wrong. I like Omarion. He's a great performer, but he can't sing like Mario.
He can't sing like Mario. But the crazy part, verses is not even about who can sing. Verses is supposed to be about who has more hits.
And thank you.
Omarion
got more hits.
But Mario outsang you that didn't nobody even want to hear your hits. We didn't even want to bump it. We didn't want to bump it.
Did Omarion have more hits than Mario or
Absolutely.
B2K? Or no, wait. Or are you thinking of B2K having more hits than Mario?
But don't you get to sing them all?
You get to sing them, yeah. You get to sing them all.
When it comes down to album per album, Mario and Omarion about the same.
I don't think so. I think Mario had a lot more hits than Mario by himself. Even on
Mario had two.
He had Icebox.
He had Icebox. He had Speeding. He had Post to Be. That was a collab though. But that
that's where it's going down.
That's 4. It was some other. He had a grip of songs. The only song I know by Mario is the one he did with Gucci Man, and the one with his nose is spread open because he was talking about how he can breathe, and we know you can breathe with that big nostril. And then he had the other one, "Let Me Love You." He got 3.
Let Me Love You, and then he had the other one that Usher was supposed to sing. It was Usher's song.
Come on. I don't know that song, but Mario's nostrils was like this. Like it was like, I can
crying out to me.
Girl, I can hear it for me,
So
for
here's the
me.
question, ladies. Is it better to sing really well or to have hits?
Hits. I need someone to pay my bills. I don't give a damn about the singer no more because does the hits pay the bills or the singer pay the bills? Which one makes the profit?
Hits pay the bills, I think.
Hits pay the bills. And Mario has kind of been in the dark until verses. But I will say Mario's growth, like his overall presentation on that stage, how he interacted with everybody, and he was great. I mean, he was really, 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 really great. I enjoyed the whole thing. It was a hot mess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Honest, though. He was mean as hell on that verses. He was mean.
He was mean. But this is why that girl said she don't want to hang out with black people. Verses. She probably saw verses and she said, I don't want to hang out with black people no more.
Good morning, Trina Pinkard. Shani Scott, what you got for entertainment?
Okay, well, so Diddy, Diddy is on the top of my radar right now.
I thought about you when I was watching that thing too, Shani Scott, because you've been calling this for 2 weeks.
Uh-oh.
Diddy and that girl,
Teresa.
He didn't say nothing about her. She's sitting there with a sign. What was she sitting?
I don't know where she was sitting, but she was sitting with her bandmate.
She looked like she was outside. She looked like she wasn't even inside the venue.
No, she was inside the venue. JT and Young Miami were sitting there together for the BET Music Awards. And when Puffy was on stage, she held up her sign, "Go Poppy." Now, she has been getting drugged because she thinks every woman in the room except for her. Mm-hmm. My argument has always been they've never said that they was boyfriend and girlfriend. They dating. They having fun. Twitter took to her really bad. People have been calling her stupid, saying that she is notice me, Diddy. But she responded. And I'm so happy that she responded because she said, I support those who support me. And he has been supporting her.
Yeah, he gives her $250,000. Her allowance is $250,000.
He has been supporting her. He set her up. She has a show on Revolt. So even with that, like if she did her contract right and they do reruns of the show, then she can get royalties. So I get it, and if that's their relationship and that's how they move, who are we to say anything about it? It works.
Hold on, Shannon Scott. Hold everybody, stop right there.
Stop.
So it's okay for Diddy not to acknowledge her in a public setting?
Because she said
okay with that. If that works for her, I'm not saying that will work for me.
She looks sad as hell. She looks sad. She was like,
I'm not saying that will work for me. But if that is what they have agreed on and that works for them and that's working for her, who am I to say this woman is stupid?
I say she was stupid.
Because she almost 30 years old, so she know what she's doing.
Yep.
She know what she's doing. She right. She right.
So, that ain't,
I'm gonna call her stupid.
Me, Diddy is showing her
who
what
he
this really is.
Wow.
But if she want to support the person that support her, hey, go ahead, knock yourself out. I mean, because it's public knowledge that he's not only seeing her, but he's seeing another girl named Gina too. Wow. So he didn't think Gina either.
I bet he not me, because if it was me, we would have had matching shirts and signs together. So it ain't this Gina.
How about this though? I thought this was great, P. Diddy, and you might be covering this already, but the $1 million to his alma mater and to Jackson State.
Yeah.
How about that, ladies? Was that not incredible?
That is.
He better pay $112. That's what he better do.
It's a great tax write-off for Diddy because Diddy is like a gazillionaire. So
I believe it when he paid $112 and Jack Edge. I believe him when he paid for Cupid, because he ain't them boys out here just broke as I don't know what on Bad Boy. When he paid him, then I believe that he gonna pay $1 million.
He ain't paid for Cupid?
No, you ain't
talking about 112.
Well, them boys make $10.
Woo, child! I didn't know that.
Them boy made $10. Okay, woo, listen.
That was interesting to me that 112 didn't show up for it. He didn't have Total there.
True.
He owed them people money. So when he paid at HBCU, it better be a video, a Snapchat, or something, because I want to see it. Because I'm gonna call Slim and tell him that. Do you see this? Now go get your money. That means he got some money.
Well,
so wait a minute, Gina.
It's different. So he's
what's Gina's hold on, wait, everybody. What's Gina's Instagram?
Let me see. I follow Gina.
I was mad, y'all. I was really upset. Like I know that we shouldn't be mad at her, but it's just we took a little hit with this one, ladies. Like we can't just be out here, you know what I'm saying, making stars and stuff, and then he don't even say nothing. Like
now I do agree with that, but I think that a lot of that is a lot of these young girls don't have the right. It's on us because we allow too much foolishness to go on.
But what happened to real life? What happened to you saying that you don't give a dang on about a man, and now you got to sign up?
She gave a damn that night.
Well, she said, hey, I'm just supporting who supported me. So.
I mean, when you're a money grubbing person, then when you get the bag, that's like all you can see.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Please don't do me, y'all. Don't do me.
Is it
Did y'all do
me?
The middle one with the sign.
Don't do. I was so happy.
Look at your dress.
Awesome
your thighs all out.
Down in dark times. Love. Once again, I gotta say, Harlem Gibson, keeping me free.
Let's see this.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
She drove home mad as hell. You hear me?
What's wrong with you, Gina?
Oh, mad as hell. You hear me? She was like, okay, so that's how you, okay, you go.
That's what we doing.
At the end of the day, y'all, he could at least said something. She had to sign. He could at least said, thank you for my sign or something. But Cassie is married with 2 kids at home, probably breastfeeding and looking like, oh, did he just say my name?
Well, I get to Cassie because Cassie was a part of him getting the Lifetime Achievement. She was there during that time. Young Miami just showed up on the scene. And I mean, if she allows that, like we can talk about each other all day till we blue in the face, but we got to learn how to love each other and show each other and stick together and not just be like, explain to her how she has to do it. But I think that generation, like, I think that's what they do. Because even when I listen to my daughters that are 11 and 12 and their whole concept of a relationship is crazy to me. And I'm their mama. It's like, I'm your mama and I've been teaching you. And this is what you think.
Right. Well, I'm going to do a video now. I'm going to call her on the phone. I'm going to have to do a video where I call her and let TT help you through this. I'm going to have to work on that video.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to be looking for that. Yeah, I'm going to be looking for that. But yeah, so, I mean, if Young Miami is happy, could be putting on the run. We don't know, but hey, she said, listen, I was supporting who I wanted to support. He supports me, I support him. So, hey, more power to him. Do y'all watch P Valley?
Rodney. He gives her $250,000.
Wow. P Valley. What's the deal with P Valley?
Porn Valley, you mean?
$250,000. I might hold up a sign too and be okay.
Girl,
as long as that deposit hit. You ain't got to say long as you know the name on the bank account.
That's it.
You check your account.
Yeah, cool. Just get that name right.
Right.
On P Valley, so you know the actor that plays Lil Murder. So the actor that plays Lil Murder is, I don't want to give too much of it away if people are just
let's not spoil it, but yeah.
But Lil Murder, if by this point you know that he's a bisexual rapper, and his love interest is Uncle what's his name?
Clifford, I think.
Uncle Clifford that owns the strip club. So in real life, he has a fiance. They have kids. They're planning on getting married. But the sex scene's kind of intense with him and Uncle Clifford. It's kind of intense. And he's a straight man. So that's been a question.
Let me see who we talking about, because I don't know these people. Uncle Clifford.
I don't know him either, Rodney. I don't know him either. I don't know him.
P-Value should stand for porn, because they doing a lot this season.
Yeah, I haven't even watched this season, but I know from when they first.
Uncle Clifford is he ain't old.
And he's a nice looking man. Yeah, he's a nice looking man, but he he likes to dress like a woman, and I don't mean any disrespect, but I don't know if that's transgender. I don't know.
To Out Magazine, P-Valley, no, I don't want to accept nothing without.
So Little Murder in real life has addressed the allegations of him being homophobic, which he's not, but it came out that they have body doubles. There's a lot of body doubles on the set, even the girls, the dancers, because they can't do all the tricks. So with a lot of the scenes, it's not him doing it, it's a body double. Okay. And should he be getting I mean, do we call him homophobic because he don't want to do a sex scene with a man?
Look,
no.
If you not getting away, you doing something, and I'm not saying he's homophobic, but he's homosexual.
Yeah.
It's enough. Like, this is my thing. It's enough gay actors out there to do the gay roles. Why you gotta find a straight guy to do the gay role? I don't get it.
Exactly.
But he got a body double to do the sex scene. He's not doing the sex scenes. His body double.
If they think you're doing it, you're doing it.
That's what I'm saying. Why would you want to be portrayed that way if that's who you are?
Yeah, perception.
The check.
True enough.
The check.
Look, what they pay for the love of money, but I'm not gonna be. I don't know if I could be. I might could be a lesbian with a body double though, because I'm probably not really doing nothing. But is he kissing them?
Oh yeah, they kiss, girl.
Yes.
They
doing something.
Baby,
you doing
something.
Down on P-Valley.
You doing something? Yeah, you can't kiss me in my mouth.
There you go.
You know, like my wife be getting mad at me. She be like, "You don't need to be out there kissing no woman." I'm like, I ain't kissing. I mean, I'm trying not to kiss nobody, but if I had to, I kiss a woman.
Hell yeah!
Right.
But I'm not. You know, it's like it's a new world we live in, and you got to make those decisions before you get on set.
Yeah.
Well, that's like on All American. There's a young lady on there that, well, she actually is a gay lady, but her character is gay. But she's never. Oh yes, she has. She did have a scene with a girl, but she's really gay in real life. So
yeah,
but it ain't the same, ladies. I'm sorry, it ain't the same. Gay dudes and gay women totally different.
Right.
You can kiss a woman. I'm gonna tell you why. You can kiss a woman and nobody hold it against you ever. If a man, like Denzel told Will Smith, don't kiss that man in 6 degrees separation, and he never did. They came in and they cut away and they came out. So he never kissed a man on screen. He said, man, if you do that, you can never come back from it. And so that's the tough part for guys, men in that space, because you go in that space, ain't no coming back.
Well, Rodney, as an actor, someone that's professional, like, have you turned down any roles having to do something like that? Or do you consider acting?
Thank you for asking that, Gina.
Okay.
So I get a call. What's the name of that show? God dang it. It was one of them church shows.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so I get a call. I'm legitimately busy. It's a gay pastor and his boyfriend. and they wanted me to play his boyfriend. And I'm like, I'm low key mad because I'm like, well, like all these dudes in Atlanta, you ain't got another, you got a gay dude. I said, no problem, I'm busy. I didn't have to audition or nothing. I'm busy.
Okay.
They go 2 weeks later. All right, the scene got moved. Can you do it now? I'm still busy.
Right.
And so, was I busy is the question. The second time I wasn't. But I had made my decision though. Because on paper right now, it might not be nothing. But them writers start liking you, be like, oh, hey, we wrote you in another scene. And the scene be your ass getting tore up. So I just try to keep myself out of it. I'm a straight man, and I'll almost do anything you ask me to a woman.
Okay.
Like,
I ain't pushing P over here.
Is that like the dress? Is it like the dress thing, Rodney? Is that the same ordeal? Men in dresses and men playing?
I don't trip off the dress as much.
Okay.
You know, black comics have been wearing dresses many years from Flip Wilson, who I admire and respect. You know, I'm not as the dress isn't as big a deal. But when you want to compromise my sexuality, that's another thing to me. You know, and so I've made that decision way before I got there, and I'm comfortable with it.
I wish they would go back to the old school when they did have sex scenes. They did a cutaway, so that way everybody happy. You ain't got to see the gay man, you ain't got to see the straight man. When they imply sex, they just close the door. You know what happened. That's
you
it.
just use your imagination,
right?
Do any of you guys personally?
I ain't doing that either.
He ain't doing that either.
Don't close the door on me.
Yeah, no.
Leave that damn door open.
Do y'all know? Do any of y'all know Idris Elba personally?
No,
I do not know him personally, but I heard he's a great guy. I heard he's like a really nice guy.
Well, Idris is making big moves. Word is that he is trying to jump on this bid, $1.2 billion bid for the British Broadcasting Channel 4. So he will become part owner. Now, I don't know how much he put into the $1.2 billion bid, but that definitely puts him in a power seat. For real. That's to him.
That's huge. That'll make him a mogul. And you look at a guy like Idris, man, that's a big freaking deal, man. And that's a global move.
Yeah. Yeah, and he lived over there, so
right.
You know. But I mean, I guess that would open more doors for more Black English. Is that what they call it?
Actors.
The Brits are coming. They here.
They here.
How about this though? They say Idris is in the running for the James Bond again too.
Yes, I would love that.
I would love to see that.
I would love to see that. I would love to see it because they talked about that last year, and it was a whole big deal about it.
And it's coming back now. Jay Marie says she'll be his second wife.
You're not playing Jay Marie. I think Idris is fine, but I don't know. I don't know.
It just I don't know.
It's the accent for me. That's what make it like, okay, I can rock with you.
The thing that make me say I don't know is he dated K. Michelle.
Oh,
K. Michelle fine.
Okay, that's fine. She's fine.
But her mind, I don't know about her brain cells. So
them Brits be hood. Them Brits be hood. They just sound like the king or whatever, but they like them dudes. When they got that Cockney accent, he's straight hood. He probably loved OK Michelle.
Okay. She made a whole song album about it.
Like, okay, well, I don't know if I was part of that triangle.
My husband is British, so I'm cool. I don't need
Your husband is British?
Yeah, he's from Bermuda. They're British.
Oh, I didn't know that. British Virgin Islands. Is that the British Virgin Islands?
No. Bermuda is completely different. Bermuda is really outside of North Carolina. People don't even know. They think it's some forbidden place. but it's about 300-400 miles out past North Carolina.
Really?
Mhm.
So how did y'all meet?
In California through his cousin. I worked at her salon, and she said my cousin want to do something in Bermuda, and I still ain't been to Bermuda. 11 years.
11 years. I sucker.
I'm saying, okay. No, I still ain't been. Goddamn Bermuda. But yeah, Bermuda Triangle. Everybody thinks that, but the triangle is Bermuda, Miami, and like Cuba. So it's just a shape of. But Bermuda got the name, so it is what it is. But he's British, yeah.
And then Tammy Romaine is in the news too. She is okay. She did her bonnets. She's done the whole thing on social media where she gives the advice on how to be a side chick. Hilarious. So now VH1 has signed her. She has a show that's coming out called Caught in the Act. The name of the show is Unfaithful. And what she's doing in this show is she's hunting down dirty dogs and sleazy, sneaky linkettes. So she's going to be exposing people. I don't know if she's going to give them advice, because that would be cool if when she finds them, kind of like on Cheaters, they find them. Right. They kind of sit there and talk to them. But if Tammy could sit down and actually give them some of that advice that she's been sharing with us on social media about how to be a side chick, if that's what you do, I'm not no side chick. Don't apply to me. But I think that's going to be interesting, and I'm happy for Tammy that she has something else to keep her going.
Mm-hmm. Now she's also on the show with the comedian. What's her name?
Oh, Miss Pat.
Miss Pat.
Uh-huh.
She's also on Miss Pat. So shout out to Tammy Roman, man. She's doing great.
She's working, yeah. She's working. I love Tammy. She working.
Now, did she come out a couple of months ago that said her man could get a hall pass because she didn't want to have more babies?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Because she don't want. She says she's too old to have children, and she doesn't want any more children. She is, but he's younger than her, so she basically like. Go and do a Tristan. Go in when these little chicken heads pregnant and there go your baby. Because I'm not doing it.
How you think can you keep a man like that, ladies? Can you keep a man like if you allow that?
I don't think she even worried about that. I think she could just having her fun and living her life at this point.
She begged to marry him though, so she better not be. Oh, he begged to marry her, so hopefully she love him and just trying to please him. I'm married to a younger man, and sometimes you do think about you getting older, and then he wants children and things like that. But I don't really think that. I don't think that's smart, because then you got to.
You ain't no Tammy Roman. No Tammy Roman, 55, 60 years old.
She is not no 60 years old.
Yeah, she's a lot older than me, but I just think the whole side woman with a baby. I just think it will bring. I don't know. But I ain't say no though. I ain't never gonna say never, because I'm gonna get tired, and I need one of the tenders to come in here.
If they can work it out, if that's something that they can, it's not nothing. It ain't nothing I can work out. I don't know. I've never been in that situation, and I don't date younger men. I've never been with a younger man like that.
Share my man on purpose.
I have a friend that's married to a younger guy, he's a lot younger than us, and some things have happened in the relationship. And when she talks to me, I'm like, okay, well, when we were that age, what were we doing? Nobody was restricting us, so you kind of had to expect this to happen because this person has not experienced that yet.
Right.
Wow.
How old is he?
Do they give you a pass? I mean, the fact that you got married just don't give you no pass. You don't get no pass on that, do you?
I mean, I don't think so, but we talking about human beings, and everybody doesn't have the same BS, the same belief system. That's BS. Everybody don't have the same BS. So
that's true. That's true. Because I'm gonna think about it.
You gonna do what?
I'm just saying I would think about it.
Okay.
If I was 50 something and my husband was, it would be something that I would consider.
You would consider a surrogate instead of that?
Oh, a surrogate, yes. I would probably consider a surrogate before I would let him just, or whatever the case may be. But y'all know Tammy a fool. She is a slight way comedian, so she probably just clowning around. Hopefully. she clowning around. But a surrogate would be my first. Yeah, that would definitely be my first choice. I ain't gonna just let them go out here and have a good time and get somebody pregnant the real way. No,
exactly that part.
no.
Wow.
Well,
I like my cheating the old-fashioned way. Secret.
If I don't know when the baby pop up like Tristan, then hey, here we go. Let's take care of the baby.
We ain't having no fences episode over here. I'm not. You don't have me looking like Violet with my snot. You getting the hell out. That's what you're gonna do.
All you gotta do is blow your nose first.
You can't. Y'all been married 10, 15 years. You're not gonna divorce him for having no baby on the side.
Who ain't? Who?
Oh no, women leave your ass over less.
Well, you know.
You eat all my cinnamon toast crunch, I'm out. Shit.
You know what? Some things is just deeper. And I think you've been married 15 years and something happened and the man been good for 15 years. And then here he go. I don't think you're gonna leave. I don't think you're gonna leave. Unless you've been waiting to leave and now you got a reason. So now you can leave.
I'm like McDonald's, man. I'm not taking care of nobody else, baby. You listen.
Oh Lord.
She ain't gonna get a baby no burger or nothing. Michelle, you come in peace, girl.
All right, hold on. Y'all out of control. I love it. My name is Rodney Perry. You tuned in to Rodney Perry Live. We're gonna take a break. We come back. Our guest, Chef Chemist, she's gonna share some recipes with us. I believe it's gonna be a good show. It's already a good show. Right back. More Rodney Perry Live.
What up, y'all? It's Michael Sean, and I know you want to be a podcaster. You want a successful podcast. You want to give your views and opinions, but you just don't know how to do it correctly. That's why you got to hit up ShawneeScott.com. You want to be on radio, and you want to know how to build your radio career. ShawneeScott.com. She's done all of this. I've worked alongside her for years, and I will tell you the information that she can give you is on a value level that I can't even put a price on it. All you have to do is go to ShawneeScott.com. Your future, right now. That's it. Michael Sean. Yeah.
Party people, we are back in full effect. My name is Rodney Perry. You're tuning in to Rodney Perry Live. And yes, my guest today, celebrity chef chemist. Like I caught her in her face together. Let's get my co-host in here. Gina G. Too damn funny. Michelle C. in the place to be. Shiny Scott on air, Media Room 360.
Yeah, she put no makeup on.
And she been sitting there for 30 minutes, so she should have been had. I think she's doing this on purpose. So all right, ladies and gentlemen, coming to the show. Welcome, all things celebrity chef chemist. Welcome.
Hey everybody. Y'all cracking up.
Hey.
What you doing?
Hey, can y'all see me?
You cut your head off. There
Is
you go.
it still cut off? It's back on?
Yes, girl. Beat that face, girl.
Well, y'all know I'm a prior makeup artist too now, so I'm sorry. I should have been already ready, but girlfriend had to work late. What's going on?
So wait, so you do makeup and make food?
Yes, honey. I could be your makeup artist, your chef. It's a lot of talent over here.
Hello.
I'm not mad.
That's right.
Hey, so what we making today? What we making? I need a recipe to make these people tonight.
Actually, I have a client I'm working with today where I am going to be doing my all seafood meal preps. So that's going to consist of wild caught salmon, red snapper, steamed, and pan-seared trout.
Is wild caught salmon better?
I personally like it better because for me, farm raised, that just simply means they could have been feeding the fish anything or, just whatever scraps that they have available to feed.
Right.
So you want to go wild caught more. So the diet is a lot stricter when you're going with wild caught. A lot of
could
times,
have a trash bag inside of it, right?
What? Wild caught can what?
You know, they out there in the water, they catch a trash bag out there.
Yeah, people are polluting the water, which is why it's important to clean up the ocean. No polluting. So you may see different causes that actually talk about that. That's why you see it, so that they're actually not feeding, you know, our sea life, water life animals that messes up our food chain when you start polluting the ocean and things like that. So you do have to be careful and mindful of that.
Chef. Here's the question, Chef. So I'm cooking salmon, right? Do I want to take that skin off or not?
It's, you know, it's a personal thing. Some people actually like the skin. They feel that they're getting more nutrients. A lot of the omega oils are in the skin, but some people, depending on their ailments internally, they may not want it because they can say it's too much sodium. It's a give or take. It just depends on the person.
I like the skin.
Okay. Who you like the skin?
Yeah, because I broil mine, or either I put it in the air fryer.
Okay.
You like to cook it until the skin gets tight.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this. Okay, so I keep the skin, but isn't the skin just to protect the fish?
Well, normally, of course, the fish, because it's a water animal, that is their coating. So fish normally only eat other sea items. A lot of them are not like the bottom. Like a lot of people, you'll hear people say they don't eat shrimp or what is it? Those crawfish, because those are like the sea roaches. So a lot of people don't like to eat that particular seafood because they're just eating anything that's on the bottom. Where, of course, the salmon, anything with wings, the fins, of course, not wings, but fins, it's always moving. So a lot of it's eating, you know, mid-level or higher up.
Fresh water. It's a fresh water.
So give me this. I'm cooking shrimp, right? I buy my shrimp deveined, motherfucking, they be cooked, everything. Is that the best way to buy it? Because I don't really understand how to devein. I don't want no boo-boo in my mouth. You know what I'm saying?
You are hilarious early in the morning. So yes, buying deveined is really good if you know you don't want to prep it yourself. But if you want to prep it yourself, you do want to take out any of the guts that's in the shrimp. Same way if you were catching fish, going fishing one weekend, when you catch your fish, you have to descale it and clean it out. So you have to gut it out, take out all the internal parts and clean it out in order to prepare it to actually eat it.
Right. Okay, so what we cooking
today? Same with your shrimp, you want to devein the back, that little back strip, as well as that front strip.
So that should be clear.
That should be clear. Cold, fresh, cold water, rinsing. And I like to really soak a lot of my meats to relieve of any mucus or anything more, you know, anything that could be in it as far as preservative, additives. You just never know.
And I want to hear each one of the ladies answer this, because we all black. Do you wash your chicken? Yes or no, Shani Scott?
Yes.
Michelle C, do you wash your chicken?
Yes.
Yes.
Tina G.
Yes, just not with dishwasher liquid or bleach. No, but I wash my chicken.
Okay.
So you use lemon juice, lime juice. You can use lemon juice, lime juice, or vinegar.
Do you wash your chicken?
Yes, you better wash it.
I've heard you don't wash chicken because you don't want to contaminate your kitchen and your space with botulism and shit.
Or salmonella. Well, no, that's not true. I mean, you start, of course, with a clean, not to cut you off, but you want to start with a clean kitchen. You want to prep your kitchen correctly. And then also after cleaning the chicken, you do need to re-clean, disinfect, and sanitize the area. You do want to do that. And then also looking at where you're purchasing your meats from. You need to go with the freshest markets, the freshest stores.
It's chicken. It don't matter. It's chicken, though. Chicken is still going to be everywhere.
It won't be everywhere, and you shouldn't be buying no chicken that's bloody and messy in the packs.
I mean, I ain't saying it's bloody, But if chicken, you mix chicken and water, you contaminating the whole area.
You better spray it
That's why
down.
you need to pour. You're gonna pour a cup of vinegar inside of that water when you soak it, or you can have a huge, large mixing bowl where you can have it concentrated, soaking in a bowl. Just depends on the quantity of what you're serving or cooking for you or your family. But the
Rodney, just
vinegar
spray it
will
down.
release. Yeah.
Just spray it down with some disinfectant. I don't care if it's on the refrigerator. Spray it down. Wash that damn chicken.
I'm
Don't call it
cleaning.
that.
I'm cleaning my kitchen.
He
But,
don't kill
I mean,
everything. I do
everything-
not believe when people say he killed everything. I don't.
You don't think so?
No.
If you
I don't know. It could just be my.
Hold on. Stop right there, Chef. If you put some chicken in a vat of grease at 700 degrees, ain't nothing gonna make it out.
It probably won't make it out, but trust me, you can tell when someone did not clean meat because it's gonna taste like a funny
We
film
ain't talking
on
about
it.
meat. We're talking about chicken specifically.
Poultry,
Because
whatever you want to call it. Clean your meat.
Contaminate your area when you clean chicken. Is that not true? Were you not taught that?
You were taught. Say that again.
Huh?
You said you gonna contaminate your area when you clean chicken. No,
Yes.
if the chicken is contaminated, that depends on. To me personally, I really believe it depends on how the chickens are raised. Again, you go to some people. That's why you'll see on packages free range chicken, or you might see farm raised. Some of them say, or some
You know what,
say
Shiny
grain
Shine, I'm
fed.
not messing with you blacks no more. I'm done with you
I ain't
blacks.
got no chicken that look like horse knuckles or whatever.
All right. Well,
Right.
but all jokes aside, Chef, what are we cooking, man? What can we prepare tonight?
We are gonna make some rainbow trout, some pan-seared salmon, and steamed red snapper. And that's the
Rainbow
red snapper.
trout.
I'll do Caribbean style.
So it's rainbow. Would you want all this fish?
Yeah, this is a client who loves all seafood.
Okay, so rainbow trout. How do you even prepare rainbow trout?
Well, of course, all of my meats, again, I always love to do a freshwater soak in a lemon juice, a lime juice, or vinegar, whichever one you have on hand. Preferably for me, it would be vinegar. So you're going to soak that for about 5-7 minutes. Just depends on, how slimy it might be. But of course, I always source the stores I purchase from where they do pre-clean a lot of the meats upon unpackaging them. So you want to go to like your Whole Foods, your Fresh Markets, stores that really care about how they're putting out the
What does
produce.
trout taste like? What is trout? How does trout
It's a
taste?
white meat fish. It's a white meat fish. It's very thin, and most people, the skin on it is kind of tough. So you'll just eat the fish off of the skin. So you won't actually eat the skin.
Okay.
Yeah. Most pimps call women trout mouth.
Why call them that?
Y'all
All right.
saying early in the morning.
All right, give me this, and I would like to hear all y'all answer this. When you're making your greens, your collard greens, do you use vinegar? Shani Scott?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cook them?
Yes.
Yes, it tenderizes.
So
I put 2 caps.
Okay, Michelle.
I can't make greens.
Why not?
I don't know how.
Let me tell you something.
Girl, I'ma
if it's
show
on
you.
YouTube, I can make it.
Well, once I get that recipe, I can make it, but I don't know how to make it.
Look up Southern greens on YouTube. But I came across. I made some greens this past weekend, and they were great. But I have friends who like I don't use vinegar in my green. But all of y'all said y'all do.
Yeah, they
My
grandmama did.
vinegar is for greens. Yeah, like my vinegar is in my cabinet because I make greens. It's no other reason why I got vinegar.
Only reason.
I don't make greens often because I don't eat them. But I had to learn how to cook it. We don't eat it. But I know how to make it for Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's a good point, LeBaron. LeBaron said he don't eat seafood unless he's near water.
That makes sense.
I messed up some greens so bad one time when I tried. I put, how you're supposed to put meat in them. and I couldn't find it, so I put hot links in it, and it didn't turn out right.
In the green,
hold on. You can use a hot link,
but it didn't turn out good.
You just had to cook it first.
Yeah, pre-cook it first.
Okay.
Yeah, you didn't put them in the house. Yeah, it's not like the ham.
Y'all just, if y'all don't season that water and wash them greens and put them in that pot and put it on low, that's it.
Tell them.
And we mix our greens, so you know.
Oh,
what do you use? Like a mustard and a collard?
Mustard and a collard.
No.
Yeah.
Well, to me, mustards are tart.
Yeah.
If I were gonna mix a green, I would go with a mustard and a kale. But it just depends on your taste buds because mustard greens can be a bit tart. Yeah, so it's gonna give you definitely a different flavor. Collards are more milder green. Same as turnips. I like to do turnips with kale or
people say they mix greens. It was always a collard and a mustard.
Yeah, that's what my granddaddy liked. So
yeah, it just depends on your taste buds. It's a personal choice.
I hate turnips slime.
She said she got mustard, turnip greens, and kale.
She's gonna be on the bathroom in a minute.
Gonna be regular than a mug.
Okay.
Ooh, y'all funny. I love it.
All right, Chef. Let me ask you this. And you know, black people eat a certain way, but as a chef, you have to prepare stuff another way. Like I know if I'm eating red meat, I want that motherfucker well done. But if you're in a restaurant, it's gonna probably come to your table medium at best. Do you adjust your cooking if you're dealing with blacks and or somebody else?
It's not necessarily a ethnicity situation for me. It's a personal preference per the client. So if you told me you wanted your steak or, whatever that is, about 165 temperature, internal temperature with a cooking thermometer, you're actually going to test it. That's at a perfect resting level so that it keeps the moisture in the meat. So when you do see meat that's medium well, they do that for texture purposes. For some people preference, the more well done it is, the more tougher it could possibly be. But again, that depends on the cut of meat that you're actually cooking. Me personally, it's a preference. You want to ask your customer or your client, whether it's in a restaurant or a personal experience in home, you want to ask how would they like the particular or specific meat of choice for the evening prepared.
Wow, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. I mean, black people, like, I tell people, don't go in a restaurant and ask for nothing well done because they're going to give you the worst cut of meat. Is that true?
Yeah, potentially. Sometimes depends on the restaurant. Sometimes they might give you, if it's a drier cut of the meat, if it's not from the fatty area, like the cheek or the thigh of the meat, the product, the animal, whatever choice, if whether you meat eater or meatless alternative situation. Of course, meatless, that cooks really quickly because it's more of a plant-based meat, but the membranes and the textures, you do got to cook it down. But depending on how it's cut per the butcher, you can end up with a situation. It's kind of like if you ever ate lamb. So you can have stewed lamb chops that you would use to make like a soup or a stew type of meat, like oxtails or so. If you don't cook them long enough, they're definitely going to be tough. Which they take about 6 to 8 hours to cook. But some people think that you can just boil them down real fast and eat them that way too, but they're not going to be tender. It's going to be tough. A lot of times with beef, you have to slowly cook it so that or same with roast, so that it can tenderize as it's cooking.
All right. Well, guys, it's been an incredible day. Thank you for popping in with us, Chef Gina G, Michelle C, Shani Scott on air. I tell you what we got to do. I got to close out because I got to run my daughter to work.
Okay. Wait a minute. What time is it? Okay, and we got another show coming up after you too. Big Bing's Break Room was coming on.
Right. Yeah, and I knew that. I did know that. So we're gonna close out. How do we find you, Chef?
Well, you guys can follow me on all things Celebrity Chef Chemist on my IG that you see in the bottom corner of the screen. That's one of my new pages because I have so many services and so many different talents and gifts that I utilize within all of my works of service. I definitely want to build that page out and kind of bring everyone into my world so you get to see a little bit about Chef Chemist brand, clients, friends, you know, everyone. So it's always a party with me. Everybody is definitely like family. And I don't want people to be confused about my brand, but I do like to be informative so they can know how to contact me.
I mean, it's a long ass sentence, but I like it.
Well, you know, you got to be informative, honey, because the kids will, you don't want them to get it misconstrued.
I'm that man, Gina G. Too funny. How are you? And how do people stay in touch?
I knew she was thorough when she put that thermometer temperature. When she said 160, I said, oh no, this girl's professional. Okay, you can find me at all social media platforms. Gina G 2 Funny, y'all. That's Gina G number 2 Funny. This girl is good.
Michelle C, how do we find you?
You can find me at Candid Kisses TV on Instagram and YouTube. Make sure you follow the podcast on YouTube at Candid Kisses TV.
Shiny Scott on there, Media Room 360.
And that's where you can follow me, Gina. I'm gonna be looking for your next video. That video. Yeah. I'm gonna inbox you for the video.
Hey, follow my friends. Michelle C and I got a video that just went up at 10 a.m. It's a Barry the Blind Uber driver skit. Very funny. It's on YouTube and Facebook. My name is Rodney Perry. That's our show for today. We'll be back tomorrow with more show. Oh, we got Angie Stone tomorrow.
Yeah.
Hey.
I will be right back. We won't be back.
Get ready for America's #1 funny man. What? Hey. Make some noise. Ladies and gentlemen, from LA to New York, Chicago to Mississippi, let's give it up for America's #1 funny man, Rodney.